Good morning, students. How are you? This is Narendra Jain, Director, Manthan Career Institute, Director, Parshu International Senior Secondary School. Students, you can see my all videos on my YouTube channel also, Narendra Jain Says Chemistry. Students, in the last class, we have started nomenclature of the organic compound and we have done the tribal system. Now, we will move ahead for the derived system, and for the derived system, what is the point? The first point is, in order to explain the derived system, we should know what is homologous series. A series of compound which can be represented by a single general formula. A series of compound which is represented by a single general formula is called as homologous series. For example, alkane is there. We all know methane, ethane, propane. In the 10th class you have read out formula CH4, CH3, 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 CH2, CH3. These are all alkanes having the general formula CnH2n plus 2. So when these three compounds are represented by this formula CnH2n plus 2, it means what? It means this is a homologous series. Why? Because it can be represented by a single general formula. Similarly, if we go for alkene, ethene, propene, butene, their formula is CnH2n. Again, it is a homologous series. If we go for alkyne, the formula is CnH2n minus 2. Again, ethyne, propyne, butane, represented by a same formula. Therefore, it is a homologous series. So, what is a homologous series? A series of compound which is represented by a single general formula. Now, if we move ahead, what are the properties of the homologous series? Number first property, the two consecutive members differs in the molecular weight by 14. Two consecutive member means first, second, second, third, third, fourth. See, methane and ethane is there. Difference in the weight is molecular weight of methane is 16, ethane is 30, so difference is 14. If we compare ethane and propane, then molecular weight is 30 and propane has got molecular weight 44, difference is again 14. That is, any of the homologous series, the two consecutive member will have the difference in the weight by 14. Next, as they differs in the molecular formula by CH2 group. Why they have got the difference in the weight of the 14? Because any of the two consecutive member of any of the homologous series will differ by the formula of the CH2. For example, I have written here ethene, CH2 double bond CH2 is the ethene, and CH3 CH double bond CH2 is the propene. Molecular formula of ethene is C2H4 and molecular formula of propene is C3H6. Difference is CH2. Any of the two consecutive member of any homologous series will differ in the weight of the CH2 group. Okay. Now see, what is radical? In order to start the derived system, we will understand the term radical. Radical means, we all know carbon is tetravalent in the nature. Carbon is tetravalent means it will form the 4 bond. For example, we consider methane. In this methane, each carbon is bonded to 4 hydrogen, 1, 2, 3, 4, H, H, H and H. Okay. Now see, what is the radical? When 1, 2 or 3 valencies, 1, 2 or 3 valencies of carbon is made free by removing hydrogen. What I have written? When 1, 2 or 3 valencies of the carbon is made free by removing hydrogen. That means what? I have to vacate the valency of the carbon. Whenever the valency of the carbon is vacated, then it becomes the radical. See, but what is the main point? By removing hydrogen. See on the board, this is methane, CH4 I have opened it. If I remove one H, then one valency is free, then that radical is called as the monovalent radical. If I remove 2H, then 2 valencies are free, then that radical is called as bivalent radical. If I remove 3H, then 3 valencies are free, then that radical is called as the trivalent radical. Remember this point. What I am saying, we will remove number 1, 2 or 3 hydrogen, because see, these are the compounds written. Except methane, no carbon in any of the compound have got the 4 hydrogen. They have got only 3 or less than 3. That's the reason why what I have told you, we will remove 1, 2 or 3 hydrogen. we will not consider the fourth hydrogen. So radicals are of three types. If one valency is free, monovalent radical. If two valency is free, bivalent radical. If three valencies are free, then it is called as the trivalent radicals. Okay, students. Now we will move ahead in the monovalent radicals. What are monovalent radicals? First, we will consider alkane. Now, see, in the alkane, there are the two words, alk and ane. Alk and ane. We all know ane represents the single bond. What about alk? Sir, alk is the number of the carbon. Meth, eth, prop, bute, pent, hex, hept, oct, non, dec. 10 carbon dec, 11 undec, 12 dodec. These are commonly alk. Have you heard alkane? In the alkane, if one carbon is there, methane. Two carbon is there, ethane. So what do? You remove the alk and substitute these words. Okay. So alk is number of the carbon. See students, till in the 10th you have read about the 10 carbon. 11 carbon is undec, 12 is dodec, then 13 is tridec, quadec, pentadec, 16 is hexadec, as well as CET set. Remember this point. 16 carbon is set, 17 heptadec, 18 octadec, 19 nondec, 20 is called as icos, 21 is called as the henicos. Similarly, 22 do icos, 23 triicos, and so on. 30 is called as the triacont, 40 is called as the tetracont, 50 pentacont. Similarly, if we move to 100, then 100 carbon is called as the cent. Clear to you? This is the alk. Now see, when we start the MV radicals of alkane, MV means monovalent radicals of alkane. So see on the board, alkane is given. Listen carefully. Whenever we are going to form the radical, then what we do? We remove the hydrogen. That means we don't decrease the number of the carbon. Number of carbon remains as it is. So when we are making the radicals, then what we will do? We will remove the hydrogen. So alk will be maintained because number of carbons are not changed. But in place of the ane, I will put YL. Therefore, the radical name becomes alkyl. Okay. Now see, methane is there. What you do? You remove the hydrogen. CH3 this. Okay. Getting this point? This is called as ane is removed out and methyl. How it is formed? Remove one H. Why we are removing one H? Because we are forming the monovalent radical. That's why we are removing one H. Now see, ethane is there. CH3, CH3. In this ethane, both CH3 are same. So either we vacant from this carbon, then CH3, CH2 is there. Or if I vacant from this carbon, then what will happen? CH2, CH3 is there. Both radicals are same. This is also ethyl. How the ethyl comes? Eth is maintained because number of carbons are not changed. We remove the ane, put YL, it is called as ethyl. So both radicals are the ethyl. So that's going to form the only. Now, if we move ahead in the propane, then in the case of propane, what you are observing? CH3, CH2, CH3. We have got the three carbons. So now from this point, propane, butane, pentane, in order to decide the radicals, we should know how to identify the same carbon. The principle is that, see, in the ethane, 2CH3 was there, we have told both were same. But in this case, we have got the CH3, CH2, CH3, 3 carbons are there. In butane, I will have the 4 carbon. In pentane, 5 carbon. So things are that how many radicals are formed. So for that to decide the number of radicals, we should first of all decide which carbons are same to identify the same carbon. Now, what we want to do, if you are comparing the two carbon and you are checking that both carbon are same or not. For example, I compare this carbon with this carbon. In order to be same, the two carbons, in order to be same, first point, they should have the same hydrogen. So it is clear that this and this carbon is not same. Why? Because here 3 hydrogens are there and here 2 hydrogen is there. Principle is clear. First point is clear. They should have the same hydrogen. Now, if I compare this to this carbon to this carbon, they have got the same number of hydrogen, then I should go for the second point. Should get same number from the both side. Means what? If I give, first point is that should have the same hydrogen. So both these carbon has got the same hydrogen. Now, if I give one from here, then this carbon will also get one from here. Means if we start the counting from this side, it will get 1. If we start the counting from this side, it will get 1. Therefore, both carbons are same. What I have written? Same carbon should be given same sign. For example, here in the propane, we have got the two same carbon. So I give two similar sign to them. Triangles have been put there. And this is different carbon. So I do what? I put a circle is there. Now, what is this written? Number of radicals is equals to number of the different signs. After signing, after you have decided that which carbon is same and which carbon is different, you can count the number of the radicals. Number of radicals. Which radicals? We are going for the monovalent radicals. So, number of radicals is equals to number of different signature signs. Means what? Here we have got the two same carbon, but one carbon is different. Since two different signs are there, so total two radicals will be formed. This is clear. How the two radicals? 1, 2, 3 is there. First of all, remove the hydrogen from this side. CH3, CH2, CH2, and I have vacated the valency. What is the name? Name is 3 carbons are there. I would go for prop. Valency is free. I would go for YL. This is propyl. But remember, I am putting a star because it is N-propyl. We will discuss later why it becomes the N-propyl. Now, secondly, once you vacate the valency from here, then second case, you remove the valency from here. So, see, CH3, CH, one valency is free and this is CH3. Because we are discussing the monovalent radicals. So, only we have to vacate the one valency. First, I have removed from here and now I have removed from here. This is called the isopropyl. Okay. Now, the question arises, how we decide N-propyl, how we decide isopropyl. Let's see. But before that, I am recalling that in order to count the radicals, first of all, you should decide that which carbons are same. In the case of the propane, in order to compare the two carbons that they are same or not, what you do, you should see the number of the hydrogen. Here, the number of hydrogen is different, so both carbon is different. But in the first and the last carbon, number of hydrogens are same. If number of hydrogens are same, then there is the probability that they may be same. I am not saying it is assured point. No, it is the first hint that you should check that the number of hydrogens are same. Yes, sir, number of hydrogens are same. So, first and the last carbon can be same. Then we move ahead. You should give the numbering and they should get the same number. If I give the number 1, here it is getting the number 1. If I give the number 1, here it is getting number 1. Both are getting the same number. Therefore, they are similar carbon. But lots of queries are there. We will see in the next topic how we decide the number of how we decide the carbons more to be similar. If branching is there, if number of hydrogens are same but branching is not getting same, then there are the concept. And second, what we have to discuss, what is N-propyl, what is isopropyl, how I am going to write the name, we are going to see in the next board.